Alright. Well, we've got this report here at the Soviet patrol base, but we've also got to do some more management. Let's take away the chaff grenades and the M37. And Ocelot, what have you got? I think we'll put Ocelot in the spy unit for now. We'll have him spy on the hospital. And here's this lady we picked up. Deliveryman. Place in sneaking unit. We'll give her a shot. Dragonfly has a scorpion. That's kind of funny. They're both bugs. We'll put you here. All right. According to this report, there's a soldier being held prisoner out there that'd make a good target for recruitment. Stage a rescue effort. I'm sure he'll join our ranks. Every new recruit you can find helps. Go save the guy. Alright, let's do that. What, Ocelot? A spy? No way. He must be a science nerd. Yeah, exactly. Ocelot can't be a spy. He told me he's a science nerd. He's so trustworthy. Alright, find the captured soldier and rescue. His location's marked with a prisoner icon on the map screen. Good hunting. Okay. Ah, in basement 1. Alright. Well, we remember this stage, and we remember we need to... Whoops! Hey there, friend.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened indeed. I'll tell you what happened.
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Ah. Alright, well... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we need to get to the first floor basement. We love first floor basements in Metal Gear Land. First, let's see if there's anything in here. No, this all magically recovered. It is now unexploded. Don't worry about that. Oh yeah, there's an upstairs here too. Oh, and there's a tasty little treat. It was a tasty little treat. It was rations. Set up to the roof, though, because I haven't done that yet. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting up here now. Oh, more rations? Ah, more med kits. Okay. Gives you a good vantage point. Again, I really do like the aesthetic, the look of this game. I would really have liked to see... And, you know, the gameplay's polished enough. It's definitely good enough. I feel like this subsistence camera is a little bit more loose in this than it was in MGS3. But, I don't know. I think you could string these levels together in like another Metal Gear engine, and it would be pretty cool. It's one of those things I wonder about, and I wondered about it with Metal Gear Acid as well. I got to imagine the way that levels are coded in Metal Gear games, even the older ones, has to be pretty weird. Oh. Because I've never really seen, like a custom level in a Metal Gear game, and that's usually one of the first things people figure out once you get, like, you know, modding tools and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised I've never seen, like, level ports of, whoops.
What the?
Stuff from, like, some of the, maybe, like, lesser-known games into the more known games. Well,
This is patrol.
let's just drop down
The
here.
enemy is attacking from an unknown position.
Medical kits.
Sending reinforcements.
Oh,
Use extra caution.
Oh!
somehow I doubt you're the prisoner. Hello? Ah. How do I open this
What
up?
happened?
Huh. Yep. I did hurry, and I did track him down. But how do I open this up, huh? How do I do that? Do I need an explosive of some kind? No place to hide. Is that the joke? Must I leave and come back with some Baja Blast? Yeah, okay. All right. Lots of fun stuff, but let's try. Let's give Jonathan back his TNT. We can trust him with it. Yep. Start mission. Boss, this guy has an S rating in science, but you broke his hand during recruitment, so I'll be operating at B level for a month. Aw. Yep, find the captured soldier. Yeah, you can see, look, it's daytime here now. I really like that. I don't know, it's so simple, but I like that the time of day changes. Wonder if there's a better hiding spot. Somewhere here, maybe? There we go. Member change, .1, Jonathan. Hello, it's me, Jonathan, the best character. Whoops, I fell in a hole. Clumsy me. How silly. Hello. There we go. And let's just get you out of the way here. Ah, I see you like showing your forearms like me. You got a little bit better of a tactical rig there. Alright. So, before I do, let's just make sure. Yep. Hurry and track him down. Alright, well, all I can imagine is that it wants us to blow this up. No. I hope this is what I meant to do.
HQ.
This is HQ.
This is patrol.
That's
The
not what
enemy
I
is
was
attacking
supposed to
from an
do.
unknown position.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
That's not what I was supposed to do. How am I supposed to open this then? Jonathan, I thought we could trust you with the TNT. Well. I'm not sure what to do. I guess he'll just rot in that cell forever. Crow. All right. Ah, yes, we've got the special boys now. Pelican? Elite engineer. That's pretty good. Surveyor. We'll put you in the harbor. Gazelle, no real specialties. Oh, Crow is an athlete, though. Alright. Yeah, let's put Crow here. Let's see, just in case. Just in case we come across that enemy. Let's go to the harbor. You'll find what you're looking for there. Looks like we'll find out what she was hinting at soon. Get that intel. It's very odd. I wonder how I meant to open that jail cell. Your mission is to investigate the harbor based on the lead Elisa provided. And guys, next time when he tries to get a young chick to spill juicy info, make sure you get the damn specifics. Conduct a thorough search of the harbor. Campbell out. Alright. We got more cool music here. We've got some of these boys. So let's bring out Jonathan. Yeah, just eat your fill of rations. It'll be okay. Look at that, we got a boat. We're like properly at a harbor. There's a very big, very blocky boat. That's pretty neat. Gotta love a boat level. Well, there's more magazines. I'll grab them. Camera isn't always the best. Like I said, I feel like it's a little more finicky than it was in MGS3. Oh. Something caused my, Oh, you know what? I think it was because I was accidentally pressing the sneaking button to climb up there, and it caused me to sneak for a frame. So maybe it wasn't that climbing up things... Although I very specifically remember the entire duration of the climbing animation having the chameleon disappear. But maybe it's just like an input issue? I don't know. Huh? Why? Why?
HQ.
This is HQ.
Claymore? I don't really want claymores.
We can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
Gonna have to make do. No! Come on, we're orange buddies. Oh, more TNT. We do love TNT. Luckily, they're very forgetful, and my uniform will still work. I think I'm safe to, yep, do that. Oh!
HQ. This is HQ.
Just gonna hide behind here for a moment.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
We still have this camera, this thing we can do from MGS2. It's just about as useful as it was in MGS2. I do really like they let you play as other characters. I think it's neat, but I don't know. Metal Gear Solid 3 is kind of the last game in the series that gets that feeling of true solo infiltration. Like you're in an area that's very large and it's very dangerous and only you can do this, and you know, you don't get any real backup. This game, of course, we have a squad of dudes, and that's something we'll see in every subsequent Big Boss game. You got your dude squad, you got your home base. Metal Gear Solid 4 also has a bit of a home base, and I feel like, again, it just takes something away when you know you've got, like, a place to go back to between the mission. It doesn't feel as isolated. It doesn't feel as tense. This, at least, our base is basically just one truck
HQ.
so far.
This is HQ.
This is patrol.
So it's not too
All clear.
much.
Acknowledged.
And, you know, someone might say, well, how many times can we put the various snakes in a situation where it's only them against the world, you know, them against their harsh environment? To which I say, I don't know, man. There's a lot of places on the world. Probably a lot. Hey, look, there's Russian text on that container there.
Freeze! Yankee dog. Keep your filthy paws off my collection.
Well, if it isn't Colonel Skaronsky.
Oh, we got two interesting boys here.
But to think a base commander such as yourself would be caught hiding in a place like this.
Shut up! You think you scoundrels can just do as you please on my base? As soon as my reinforcements arrive from Russia, we will crush you like the vermin you are. We will teach you whose base this really is. The same goes for that bastard Gene as well.
Pathetic.
Ah, look at Hellraiser
Hard
face over here.
Being an officer, that is, when no one follows your orders.
His voice is pretty cool. He froze the bullets.
Ah! What are you?
He's a nice
You're a
man.
monster.
You try to kill a man and call him monster? Such crude behavior.
Damn it. Ah!
Look, he's a Freezy boy. We've never had a Freezy boy before. That's new. That's cool.
I'd heard an intruder was lurking about here.
I like this guy.
Here
He's
I
pretty cool.
find I've come
Get it,
all
'cause
this
guys.
way for nothing. I'd been hoping to see the face of an old friend. Wasn't I? Snake? My raison d'etre?
Hey, that phrase.
You're not worth killing. But I can't have you wandering around like this. There. That's what told you.
How dare you put me in a cage like a cow?
Be quiet.
Cows don't really go in
Bark should
cages.
melt sometime before you starve to death. Best to save your strength.
Ah!
What if I like breathe on it? What if I wrap it in a comfy blankie?
Python, you're alive.
Python.
Who's there? Have you come back to kill me, Yankee dog? Guards, to my side! Eliminate the intruder! This is a direct order from Colonel Skaronsky! You're not the same man as before. Do not worry. My orders fall upon deaf ears anyway. 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks since that whelp Gene arrived here. And in those 4 weeks, everything has changed.
Aren't there any soldiers still loyal to you?
You must be joking. Wouldn't you like to know how in just 4 weeks, that man was able to bring the entire peninsula under his control?
He announced he was building a mercenary nation, right? A country of soldiers.
Ha! A mercenary nation? Preposterous! This piper has them all dancing to his tune. But I won't be fooled. His methods are simpler. His tools lie deep in the hearts of all men.
I notice I'm kind of quiet during these cutscenes because, I don't know, I just really like them.
Fear He simply reaches beyond the impenetrable wall that
I like the
guards men's
dialogue. I
hearts,
like the
and then
direction, you know?
Strikes at their most vulnerable point.
So I don't have much to add.
Fear. Yes, fear.
Fear?
Compared with the fear that man brought with him, that puny weapon you carry is harmless. You have no idea. No idea how terrible that man truly is.
Fear, huh? Lavochkin, LA-5. What's a World War II fighter doing here?
It's a part of my collection. Once the king of Russian fighters, it could hold its own against the Focke-Wulf and the Messerschmitt.
Were you a fighter pilot?
Indeed I was. Yes, a fighter. If only I had a MiG. Or a Sukhoi. I would riddle Gene's body with holes this very day. Somebody! Anybody! Bring me a plane! A plane!
He's losing his mind. Skoronsky's an interesting character. He's kind of important to the plot of this, but he doesn't really show up much. I don't know. He's neat. What a weirdo. Well, forget about Skoronsky. Let's continue the search. Somehow, I don't think that drunk was the thing Elisa wanted us to find. Also, I see... Yes, I don't know much about the lore. What year does the game with Old Snake take place? So the Old Snake game is Metal Gear Solid 4, and that takes place in the far-off future of 2014. That is the same Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. He's just old because he has accelerated aging. This game takes place in 1970, the very tail end of 1970. It's the direct sequel to Metal Gear Solid 3. Crate that looks out of place. Made in the USA, that's gotta be it. This is what you wanted me to find. Okay. It's kind of weird because all the games were released out of order and tonally whiplashed and all kinds of weird nonsense. But yeah, the Old Snake game is going to be the next one we get to after this because it was released after this. This is Snake. I found the crate they were keeping the prototype weapon in. How can you be so sure? It reads Made in USA on the crate. They must have disguised it to make it look like it's headed for Vietnam. Interesting. So what's the problem? I checked some of the crates and they're empty. The contents must have already been shipped out of the harbor. What? Are you saying this is all a wild goose chase? A wild snake chase. Looks that way. But there's one other thing that caught my attention. I forgot Campbell was so much like this. What, it's got the Babe of the Month centerfold taped to it? No, this isn't your bedroom we're talking about. They left a bunch of spare parts behind. Heat rounds for a recoilless cannon, spare barrels for a 1919, and bulletproof armor close to 5 inches thick. Whoa, Snake! I want to read him like that now, because he's talking about babes. Those sound like the parts for a tank or an armored vehicle. There's gotta be some mistake. The new weapon the US was developing is supposed to be able to hit every city in Russia, right? It's gotta be something along the lines of a ballistic missile or an aircraft. I know that. But by the looks of the crate, it was definitely a land-based weapon. I'm sure of it. Something doesn't add up here. We might be overlooking something important. I'll see what else I can find here. Alright, be careful, Snake. I'm gonna go look at some babes. Campbell? Heh heh. Who is this? I know who this is, so maybe I should go, oh, I'm sorry. I just heard a familiar voice and thought I'd say hello. I can't thank you enough for taking care of Volgin. Volgin? At Groznygrad? Yes, so you do remember. Who are you? Sorry, but I can't reveal my name just yet. For now, you can call me a word that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but I'm pretty sure just translates to ghost. Yep. Call me whatever you please. After all, a name is nothing more than a decoration. But more to the point, I was listening in on your conversation just now. You seem to have quite an interest in the prototype weapon. I can't really do this character's voice now that I'm trying for it, but anyway. You know something about it? Do you remember the Shagohod? That monster that Sokolov built? It was a nuclear-armed tank that could fire a nuclear missile from the ground. Then you mean, at last, you're beginning to catch on. So, the prototype weapon that Gene stole is a nuclear tank? But the Shagohod was only capable of firing a single intermediate-range missile. It couldn't possibly hit every major city in Russia. Yeah, I don't know, like, I know who this character is, and I can't really do their voice, so I'm like, it's just turning into like, oh, yes. It's gonna turn into Alfred Ashford, you know? Like, that's what it's, oh, Snake, the Shagohod will be able to bring back the glory to the Ashford family with, you know, like, that's what it's turning into. Anyway, the Shagohod couldn't do that. But America's already developed a working MIRV. Multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, a single ballistic missile that carries multiple nuclear warheads, each capable of striking a different target. It's really good that Snake keeps up to date with Wikipedia. That would let it hit multiple cities at once. I just want to... Oh, God. Anyway. Precisely, but MIRVs do have their weak points. Low accuracy, high cost of deployment, and the inability to control them once they've been launched. Prototype that Gene stole is a nuclear tank developed by America to make up for these shortcomings. A new type of nuclear tank. The design travels along a ballistic trajectory that allows us to infiltrate the territory. Sorry, I'm a little crocked. No ABM system would be able to stop it. And as a nuclear launch platform carrying multiple warhead missiles, it can penetrate any type of terrain and neutralize an enemy country all by itself, without requiring any support whatsoever. They're going to strike the Shagohod onto an ICBM and launch it into an enemy country? That's possible? It would be impossible for the Shagohod. But what if it were something smaller, more mobile? For instance, a walking tank. Huh? And what if you used a booster far more powerful than the Shagohods, like the Saturn rocket they used to launch the Apollo lunar module? A walking tank. Of course, at the same time Sokolov was developing the Shagohod, the Granin Lab was developing a bipedal walking tank at Groznygrad, called Metal Gear. Ghost, are you Granin? Could it be that Granin survived, even though he got deep fried in a barrel? The man who designed Metal Gear? No, Granin must be dead. He was killed by Volgin. Granin, that name brings back memories. But go ahead and... Oh, sorry, that was Ghost saying that, sorry. But go ahead and believe I'm Granin if you like. So, Metal Gear is actually a walking nuclear tank equipped with multiple small nuclear warheads? Exactly. However, it's still in the preparation stage. It's not ready to launch yet. What was stolen from America was only the Metal Gear vehicle itself. So yeah. Remember at the end of MGS3, where Ocelot not only got information about the legacy, he said he got some information about a revolutionary new weapon system. And he told this to the director of the CIA? That's all, yeah. That is what this game is about. People who think this game is not canon, just because of a couple offhand comments by someone who didn't even work on this game, are a little crazy, because no, it took that plot point of Ocelot gave the Metal Gear design specs to the CIA, and that's what we're dealing with. A unit from the CIA, devised all this. They developed a Metal Gear. They brought it here to the San Geronimo Peninsula. And yeah, no, that's what happened. Gene intends to arm it with the Soviet-made warheads stored on this peninsula. But it can use Soviet warheads? Oh, wait. The blueprints for Metal Gear were originally Soviet-made too. Yeah, see, he remembers. I'm surprised they were able to smuggle something that size out of America. They had a government official involved. He's said to be dead, but I'm guessing he's at an airport or other likely places, regretting what he has done. Alright, I got it. So, if I take out the nuclear storage facility on this peninsula, we can prevent Metal Gear from being launched. I'll give you whatever help I can, even if I'm a ghost. It still doesn't feel right to let them launch Metal Gear into the motherland. Okay, I believe you, Ghost. My frequency is 144.78. Not quite 144.75, but pretty close. I'm counting on you to stop Metal Gear. Alright. Spies procured additional ammo usable with the Mosin Nagant that I don't have yet, unfortunately. A man called Ghost. I'm not sure if we can really trust this guy yet, but those spare parts Snake found lend his story some credence. For now, we'll just have to take his word as fact. In any event, we know that this new Metal Gear weapon is just a frame and hasn't been armed with nukes. We can find some nuclear storage facility and render the nukes unusable. Metal Gear will be nothing but a pile of useless scrap, right? That settles it. Our next mission is to find the nuclear storage facility. Now we're over the bridge and into the east side of the peninsula. East side peninsula, baby. Where you at? There are lots of areas we need to reconsider. Let's redeploy our spy units to start collecting intel on Metal Gear and the nuclear warheads. As for the sneaky unit, why don't you go get us some more recruits? By the way, do you know about the medical and technical units? We do, yep. Yeah, we know. The tutorialization of this game is, like, very long. It's throughout most of the game, which is, I mean, at least they kind of drip feed it to you, but man, it kind of just keeps saying things that are pretty self-evident. So let's save the game.